I'm talking about the window guys of Florida who have put sliding doors, impact sliding doors in my condo. This company is extremely unprofessional, and they do lack knowledge to do the work. They are unbelievable, disgraceful. They cannot complete the work with quality. I would keep away from them. In my situation, they have damaged drywall, baseboards. The doors themselves have some damage to them. This company has not tried to make restitution with me. I would like restitution. I'd like reimbursement for the removal and replacement of the mirrors that were put in. I had to take down. And the bent frame and the new rubber sealants. I just would tell anybody stay away from this window guy company, as I don't think this is what you wanted, is it? Am I rambling? Should I start again? All right, this has been a nightmare since the day they walked in, except that I had a lot of money that I had given them. They came in and they started placing their tools and equipment on my tile floor. I have pictures of many pictures of them. You see, this is towels. Can you see that? Good. These are towels that I had to put down. They put down a very thin, like a piece of saran wrap. It was like saran wrap on my floor. So like a high heel or anything would just skid that right off. And they're putting tools directly on my tile floor, all over. Here, this is the carpet in my bedroom. I know it's difficult to see, but yes, they have that covered, but there's a good inch uncovered. And then right in there, uncovered. Here's the other side of this, and you can see the tools and the wheels are still all over my carpet. I sent these directly and I spoke to them right then and there, to the window guys in the office and these gentlemen, as I was going. And here's that flimsy plastic. You could barely see it. Okay, that's not the proper way of covering tile floors. Okay, that's to begin with. The work was poorly done. They finished it. It was supposed to be done in 4 days. It took them 8 days to complete it. When they left, they took all their equipment. They walked out of here like, goodbye. This is the way they left my, this is the molding at the bottom. You see that? That's on one of the bedrooms. That's the baseboard. This is another bedroom's baseboard. This is the way they walked out of here. This is the caulking outside. They left that white with the brown. This was the concrete wall outside. This is the way they filled some of it. This is the other concrete where they damaged it and they filled it. That's the way they left it. I can go over and over multiple pages of pictures of how they left it. So I, in turn, had these pictures, took the pictures, sent them a letter, certified letter. And a couple of days later, one of the gentlemen, the salesman, called and said, oh, I'm so sorry, we didn't do the punch list. We'll come and do the punch list. I don't think they ever had any plans to fix these. So they did, oh yeah, my window treatments were greased with grease as well. So then they came and they did what they called repair. This is the way they repaired the drywall. Do you see the crack? There's a whole crack there. This is after their repair job. Here's more of after they repaired the drywall. This is in the top. This is the baseboards, how they fixed it. Oh, I'm sorry, I knew it was upside down. That's how they filled that baseboard. This is how they left it. More filler. because of not covering the tile, there are many scratches and chips in my tile floor. Okay. So I had my contractor who had to come out here. Another factor was in purchasing their product. I have 2 mirrors on the wall that I wanted to keep. And I said to them, is that going to be a problem? No, ma'am, we can't promise we're not going to break them. We'll do the best we can. And I was happy with that because I felt that they're a reputable company and I thought that they would do whatever they could to prevent it from breaking. Well, that Tuesday they were here. On Tuesday at 5:30, I received a phone call from the office saying, we cannot continue your work unless you take the mirrors down. So this gentleman that's here doing work for me now, I called him that evening crying, saying, Orlando, please come, please, you know. And he has like 4 jobs in my building. And he stopped everything he was doing. He came first thing at 8 o'clock in the morning, which is the earliest you can come and do any work. And he took down the mirrors for me. This one, and there's another one. He took them down. Now, of course, he's charging me to take them down, you know, and I had specifically spoke to 2 people in the company prior to. Nobody said I had to take down because, of course, do you think I would wait till the day they started to take them down? Okay. So I have, again, like I said, from the day one, when they were leaving everything all over, I sent them a certified letter in regards to that with pictures. I have sent them another certified letter in regards to fixing all the first set of work. I sent another letter in regards to how they left it after they left, and they did the punch list. Not only all those factors, the mirror, the way the drywall is, all the finishing, they also failed inspection twice. So the permit was open still, and they have 180 days to close the permit. The first time they needed an affidavit, they didn't have the affidavit, so that was canceled. The second time he came, they took the window stickers off the windows, which they're not supposed to. In fact, I still have whatever window stickers they left are still on my window. I haven't even washed my windows. This happened November 2nd, it started. And then the decision was to get an engineer to figure out what windows, I don't know but whatever window belongs to what picture and whatever. So Sebastian, manager from the company, came out on December 22nd with the engineer. He looked everything over. I never heard another word from them about anything. So last week I sent them 2 letters. I sent one, which they were delivered on Friday, which I do have, and now I'm starting to not just certify the letter, but I want the return receipt too. So that one was just about the permit, how I need to close the permit. Otherwise, I'm in really, if I tried to sell mine with an open permit, I would have to have a lot of expenses on my part to get that taken care of. So I sent one just only about that. And then the other one with everything. This was the other one that I sent. And here's for the one on Friday. They received this one on Friday. This one I know they received today because they have contacted my building manager here. And I did notice I was working, but there's a voice message from them trying to get in touch with me. So I know they've received both. I mean, the windows, like I said, I want them to compensate me for the mirrors being taken down and put up. I want them to cover the cost of this gentleman coming to repair their work that they had a chance to finish. In fact, the room that I'm in, I left these 2, which are nothing as bad as everything else, just in case they want to see for sure. I didn't take any fake, this is it, how the work was, and they'll finish that another day. But I'm requesting, there's a dent in one of the doors that when they installed it, this door is dented. And I have another door, the one here, I know it's difficult, but the rubber seal, you can almost see somebody's fingerprints on the rubber seal, like they held it. It's still there on this door, you know, and then this metal is dented. So I want compensation for these things. I mean, they also did 3 infractions in the building. They went down the people elevator as opposed to the construction elevator. They did that twice while they were here. All work is supposed to cease at 4:30. They were here till like 4:45 with their tools and everything. So when that happens, and and they signed this, it tells them, and I don't have the original copy, the office does, where they signed, and they received this information on the rules of the condo, and also what the cost is for the infractions. So I get a letter from my condo saying I owe, because it's the owner who gets fined, $300 for that as well, for their infractions. So you can see I'm really rather perturbed over the whole thing, and I hadn't heard not one word from them since December 22nd, and that was only in regards to the permit. They have never spoken to me about any of these other issues that I have addressed numerous times with them. So, I mean, really, I want compensation for this amount. I mean, truly, this is a $40,000 job with these hurricane impact windows. That's not, I mean, I teach school. I've been saving my pennies. My son helped me pay for some of the windows. So it's really devastating to have this happen. And I just know this is very unacceptable. It's unbelievable, and it's disgraceful to leave the work the way they did. And the damages to the floor, I don't understand why they didn't cover it. I mentioned it. I brought my towels, blankets out, and yet they would still just put it on something that wasn't covered. I don't know what else to say. I just would tell anybody, don't go with them. They're a nightmare. A nightmare. And I'm living a nightmare. I chose them because I asked around the building, and there was one company that has done a lot. This company did do some work here, and I did go look at their work. And what I did was, I did my little paper here, and I took the names of the companies, and I put my little spreadsheet, and I wrote down their products, how much it was, but their product. And they had the better window. And like I said, I saw work that they did, but I'm told it was a whole different crew. It was a different crew than what they sent here. So there was 3 other companies that I looked at. They also on their website say that they're A+ rating on Better Business Bureau. Now that I've looked back, and I believe their website says it's accredited, but on Better Business Bureau, it does not say they're accredited. So I think there's some false advertising too for their company. They also said they have some other kind of award from another company, and I called them, that company up. I was able to get a phone number, and they said they never even heard of this company. So, I don't know. I'm just very, very, very disturbed. Can you believe that's the way they left it the first time? That's a baseboard. That's a baseboard. And they walk out. Anyway, just very, I just want them to make right. That's all. I just feel like they need to make right. I have covered, I wrote the Better Business Bureau. I wrote all these agencies so far. It's my part-time job. Not what I really want to do, hoping that somebody would help. I just want the world to know that they're not the company. And if anybody can give me other people to write to, I will write to everybody and anyone, because they are not. I would never, ever tell an enemy to go to them. Okay, my solution, and again, in this letter, I put down my complaint description, and then following resolutions would be the bedroom sliding panel door that's dented to be fixed, or monetarily give me money back for it. I will accept it, to be honest with you, because I really don't want them in my condo. I don't want them. I'm afraid when they pull that out, they're going to damage more of my things that I repaired. So I'd like that completed. I want monetary for the finger marks on that. This other sliding door, my tiles, I want monetary expense for repairing the tiles. I want what I just paid to have all the drywall and baseboards and crown moldings repaired due to their cutting too much. They're not drywall people. I also reimbursement for the chipped floor tiles, and the money on the board. So I just would like some compensation for all of these. And I have receipts from the gentleman that's in there now completing some work. So I have receipts. They haven't done all the work. They've done a good part of it. I mean, it's going to cost me over $2,500 in addition to what I just paid this company to do work that I didn't expect at all. Yeah, this company is unprofessional, and the workers lack knowledge and skill to do the work correctly. They are deficient in the knowledge of what they call the NOA, which guidelines, which you have to know. It tells you how many inches the screws need to be apart, where I had to correct them. I watched them like hawks, and I have the paperwork that tells you, and I was reading it and watching them, and they were not. So there's no reason anybody should be putting windows in without the NOA guidelines and you following them. The NOA, if this was a reputable company, they would know you do not take the window stickers off until the county comes to look at it. That's a must. So obviously they're not training their people. It's unacceptable work. And the damage to my home, damages to everything, I say keep away. They're a nightmare. Stay away.